Good morning. I woke up early today to get a head start and head to work earlier than usual. This week has been super busy because I have a big task that's due by Thursday. So with so much to do, I tend to push other things aside, but I thought I'd share how I manage my priorities and try to balance everything. So now I'm gonna prepare a breakfast and I decided to start eating oats again for gut health. I used to eat them before, but honestly, I didn't like the bland taste, so I stopped. But since oats are supposed to be great for digestion, easy to make and perfect for breakfast, I figured I'd give them another shot using some fun recipes this time. Today, my main focus is finishing the task I mentioned earlier since that's my top priority. Even though work is important, I also have other things I want to work on this week, like studying, video editing, exercising, and taking care of life stuff. So my plan is to focus 100% on finishing this task first, and once that's done tomorrow, I'll move on to everything else. If I don't write down and organize my to-dos, my brain feels so scattered. I like to prioritize because while work is important, I also want to make sure I'm eating well, get enough sleep, and not stressing myself out too much. And that is my policy. But how do I manage it all? Well, first, I break down everything I need to do and estimate how much time each task will take. I plan meals and other essentials around those tasks. If I jump in without a clear plan, I tend to lose track of time or get overwhelmed, so I try to stay in control. This way, I can make the most of my limited time and avoid unnecessary stress. When new tasks come to my mind while working, I jot them down and revisit them once I've finished my current task. Multitasking lowers efficiency, especially when you're busy, so I try to create an environment where I can fully focus on one thing at a time. And of course, working non-stop can be exhausting, so I also make sure to take short breaks to recharge myself. And now I'm in a cafe to continue working before going home. At home, there are way too many distractions, house chores, random things to do, and honestly, it's really hard to focus. So on busy days like this, I avoid going straight home. Even when I'm at the cafe, I stick to a clear to-do list, decide the order of tasks, and estimate how long each will take to avoid multitasking. I've been preparing for an important meeting at work, but as a bit of a perfectionist, I find it hard to know when to stop. I keep imagining every possible scenario to avoid failure, which can be exhausting. While being thorough is good, I really want to learn how to strike a balance and not overthink things too much. After dinner, I'll spend a little time studying, and today's focus will be the listening practice. I'm very confident in overall listening skills, but when the speaker has a strong accent, I struggle. Indian and Chinese English accents are particularly challenging for me. Even within the US, regional accents can be tricky. So I'm practicing with speakers who have strong accents to improve. Today, I'm working from home in the morning, so I got up a bit later than usual. First things first, morning prep. Of course, a coffee is a must, and I mixed in some almond milk today. It's 9 a.m. now, so time to get started with work. I'll be focusing on preparing for an important meeting I have in the afternoon. And once today's over, I can finally relax a bit. I keep catching myself thinking about what I'll do to celebrate, but for now, I need to clear my mind and focus. Rushing home now to grab a quick meal and get ready for my dance lesson. I've been sitting for hours today, so dancing will be a great way to refresh both my mind and body. I arrive at the office and I'm kicking off the day with a little morning productivity, and today I will be doing some video editing. I usually spend most of my free time studying English, but working on something completely different, like editing videos, is a nice change of pace and surprisingly fun. I've got dinner plans later, so I'll use the time before that to get some work done. I'm going to study a bit and I'll focus on listening practice and vocabulary building. I'm planning to do interpretation practicing using YouTube videos, with the theme being the US presidential election. It's a topic filled with unfamiliar vocabularies for me, and I think it's important to learn. So I'll go through various videos and build my word bank. Through all the different study methods I've tried for English, I've found that incorporating interpretation practice significantly boosts my overall English proficiency. Interpreting training is highly beneficial for improving listening skills. This is because it requires you to instantly understand spoken English, grasp the underlying concept, and then express those concepts in Japanese. This skill is valuable not only for interpreting, but also for everyday and business conversations. Ultimately, strong listening ability in daily interaction means being able to immediately understand what someone is saying in English and respond appropriately to keep the conversation going. And this is what we mean by thinking in English during a conversation. And interpreting training helps develop the English brain by improving both input and output. In terms of input, it trains you to instantly process English without translation. For output, converting your understanding into Japanese helps you confirm your comprehension in real time. This process boosts both your listening and speaking abilities.